Good morning and welcome to the Special Olympic Louisiana Champions Together Breakfast. I am Gail O'Ray, a member of the Special Olympics Louisiana Board of Directors. I became involved in Special Olympics nearly 30 years ago. My involvement began when I was asked to be a godmother to a very special young lady. Since then, I have been volunteering over the years for different events. This past April, I was blessed with a granddaughter who has Downs. She is the love of our family, and she will keep me involved in Special Olympics for a long, long time. At this time, it is my honor to recognize a representative of Special Olympics North America who is with us today from Wisconsin, Ms. Beth Aldridge, Senior Director of Organizational Development, Special Olympics Incorporated North America. Beth, please stand. At this time, we would also like to recognize some of our distinguished guests. We have Representative Stuart Bishop, Senator Mike Michaud. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize my fellow board members from various parts of the state of Louisiana. SOLA board members and new board nominees, please stand. We would especially like to thank our table captains. Would our table captains please stand? Also, our event sponsors, AT&T Telephone Pioneers and Setco Energy Services. Please stand. Thank you. We would also want you to meet our Acadiana volunteer leadership and our SOLA staff, especially Ms. Faye Harris, who is responsible for this event. Faye? Now, ladies and gentlemen, entering the room with the flame of hope, led by Lieutenant Dale Thomas, leading our Special Olympic athletes from Acadiana area and their coaches who have an opportunity to represent Team LA at the 2014 Special Olympic U.S. Games in New Jersey. We also have with us is our state police representatives. With our athletes, we have members of the Raging Cajun baseball team and their coach, Tony Robichaux. Please join me in welcoming our champions together. At this time, I would like to introduce Nicholas Noel, who will sing the national anthem, Virgil Atkinson, who will offer a blessing for our food, and Aaron Rhodes, who will lead us in Special Olympic athlete oath. Please stand with us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, let's bow our heads. Lord, we thank you for this day, Lord, and glad that we all could come together for this event, Lord. And just pray that you keep your hands up on us throughout the day, Lord, and bless this food. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Aaron?
Say this part. Let me win,
Let me win,
but if I can't win,
but if I cannot win,
me brave, me attempt.
let me be brave in the attempt.
Thank you very much.
Good job, buddy.
Athletes, you may be seated.
All right. Oh, we gotta go to that table.
At this time, we would like for you to enjoy your breakfast. And if you look closely at the center of your table, you will see local athletes that you may recognize. By the way, thanks for joining us. You are one in a million. Thank you for allowing us to reveal the champion in all of us.
Thank you. I know some of you have to go to work, so we promised you we wouldn't keep you more than an hour, and we're not. But we have lots of exciting things to share with you today, so thank you all for coming. My name is Pat Carpenter Bourgeois. I'm the president and CEO of Special Olympics Louisiana. Our breakfast is Champions Together. Champions Together. Who are our champions? Who were your champions as a child? Well, I know one of our champions is right here in this room with us, and I would like to ask him to stand, Dr. Billy Stokes. And the reason he's standing is he is the first volunteer, that means unpaid, right, volunteers? That means, he said that's still the story of his life. But he was our first executive director of Special Olympics Louisiana. And I want to thank you for your vision, Dr. Stokes, because if not for you that very first year, none of us may be here today. So thank you for letting us take it to the next level. My inspiration to serve people with special needs started as a teenager and came from Lynn, a neighborhood boy. He had special needs, but he was not allowed to leave his home to play outside, nor associate with others. His parents were ashamed of him, so they kept him inside their home, night and day. I needed to be Lynn's champion, but as a teenager, I didn't know how. I was motivated to obtain a master's degree in special education and to volunteer for Special Olympics. It was my Special Olympics experience which helped me to realize parents did not have to be ashamed, and their sons and daughters no longer had to be invisible. I became their champion. Special Olympics is not only sports. It is about athlete empowerment, self-confidence, and building skill sets which transfer to employment opportunities for persons with intellectual disabilities. We know more Special Olympics athletes have jobs than do their counterparts who have never been in Special Olympics. Special Olympics has become their champion. Because of my background, when my grandson Stephen was 2 years old, I recognized he was exhibiting characteristics of a child with autism. He was diagnosed with pervasive developmental disorder and participates in Special Olympics. Stephen is my champion. Special Olympics will provide an avenue for Stephen to have the much needed interaction with people, which has to be forced upon him, or otherwise he would stay in his own isolated world. When Stephen is engaged with me, throwing a ball and jumping, we are champions together. Yes, Special Olympics is a sports organization which increases sports skills in athletes, but we are so much more. Do you know we are the largest healthcare organization in the world for persons with intellectual disabilities? Local medical persons have screened 944 athletes from around our state at Pelican Park through our Healthy Athletes program. Do you know local coaches and volunteers give many of our athletes a purpose in life? We give them friendships. We give them pride in accomplishment. Do you know we build stronger communities through Project Unify, uniting persons with and without intellectual disabilities, as we form partnerships with our Knights of Columbus, our schools, our churches, our civic organizations, teaching respect, tolerance, and acceptance in your community. Your community is becoming a champion. We are proud of our accomplishments, and we have challenges that we can overcome if you help us. For example, we have 13,762 athletes statewide. 2,372 of those are right here in the Acadiana area. Yet only 267 of the athletes leave this area to participate in state, national, or world events. It only cost $157.55 to support an Acadiana athlete. Some athletes have never spent the night away from home in a hotel or eaten in a restaurant. We need more coaches who are willing to give 8 weeks of their time to work with our athletes. In order to accomplish this task, we need the resources to reach more people who are willing to be trained to become a Special Olympics coach. Coaches are our champions. We have had great success with our Healthy Athletes program. As a result of education in health promotion and a motivated coach who counseled Jonathan on portion control, Jonathan lost 130 pounds. Now Jonathan is in a new school and he doesn't receive that daily motivation from that coach, and he's gaining weight again. We need to build technology resources on our website, an interactive Healthy Athlete component, and train our athletes to connect to this interactive tool so they can have that daily motivation they need. We want to offer the Healthy Athlete dental, hearing, and vision programs to our athletes in your community. All of our athletes are not receiving these health services because they are only offered at the state level events to those that advance to those levels. We must be able to offer these health services locally. We are currently serving 90 schools in Louisiana who participate in Project Unify. 22 of those participating schools are right here in your community. We want to recruit all schools in your community to teach students without disabilities inclusion and acceptance of persons with disabilities. In order to do this, we want to continue to work with local college students who will be employed part-time to work within the schools, mentoring them at the elementary, middle, and high school levels, teaching them inclusive activities. Young people in your community will become our champions. I am asking you to become a champion right here in your community. Become a coach, become a partner with an athlete, volunteer on a management team. We must become sustainable to continue to offer these programs and more for our current athletes and the generations to come. At this time, I would like to introduce you to the faces of Special Olympics. And if you can't see, you might want to move around to where you can see the screen. Thank you.
I remember holding Macy in my arms and looking deeply into her eyes and immediately falling in love with this precious soul. She was perfect and flawless, and all was right in the world.
And then we got the initial diagnosis of Down syndrome. It was a big shock. In the moment, it was initial, hardship, but then the feeling of just knowing that it's still my daughter and you're still gonna love her as much as you can. You're gonna do anything you can for her.
We were intimidated and we were scared. We didn't know what to expect. I had always known about Special Olympics. Being a former athlete myself, sports was something that was important to me and something that I could connect with and wrap my arms around. We didn't get Down syndrome, but we did get Special Olympics. I always knew that she'd probably have a place in the Special Olympics, and they would provide a place for her to come and participate and play sports and have a place where she would fit in and always truly belong and have friends. It brought us hope in our time of despair, and it really did plant a seed of potential in our moment of helplessness.
I remember the first couple times at the Young Athletes program when she started jumping was a big deal, and skipping along. It's just great to see how she's grown. It's connected us with a lot of families, and seeing success stories of other kids is rewarding to see. We hope that Macy can pursue some of those same goals.
We are going to have obstacles, but so far we haven't encountered too many that we couldn't overcome. Special Olympics, especially from the moment Macy was born, just really did provide me with hope that she's going to be fine, and she's going to be able to accomplish her dreams. This is something that it becomes part of your life. We've had lots of conversations with the Special Olympics staff and volunteers about opportunities that are going to be available to her as she grows. This tiny glimpse into the future, it's invaluable, and it provides an endless amount of peace and comfort.
I play in Riverside Special Olympics. We play in basketball right now. I was on the Team USA. We went to Korea and got a silver medal. It was like one of the best experiences I ever had. Ted's changed a lot. He has become a leader and he's the captain of our team. Ted had a lot of skills naturally, and I think we've helped him develop his skills and learn how to interconnect with people and to lead by example. My attitude with him is, I'm sorry you're disabled, but we're going on with life. So I don't pay attention to the disabilities. We don't allow that to become an excuse.
Officer and the athletes, you may now exit the field.
When all the Team USA came, that was the day that everybody made a decision. Now it's time to lose the weight. Now it's time to watch what you're eating. I think when he first weighed in, we couldn't weigh him in on our scale. We had to take him to the truck scale in the back of the warehouse, and he weighed in at about 407 pounds. And I believe he's down to about 330 with a goal of 260, 275. And I know he'll make it. Now he can last the whole game. He can move around the court.
Keith has always been in Ted's corner and letting Ted know that he can do it. Just get out there and try. Anyone that's capable of bringing their children out to participate in Special Olympics, they'll see a different person in their child. Ted is a living example of what Special Olympics can do for you. And now today, Ted reads very well. He drives me wherever I have to go in the car. He does everything that I was told he would never be able to do.
I thank God for putting me in Special Olympics, my mom pushing me to do it, and look how far it's gotten me. I hope to change some lives, make people look at Special Olympics, in another way, because it's all good, it's all love.
Up, hold for the picture.
really have a favorite aspect of Special Olympics. I just like it all. It's like on Christmas Day, when you open your gifts, that sense of, that's something I've always wanted to have. That's how I feel about Special Olympics. I got involved in Special Olympics at a young age on a local level at the age of 8. I wanted to try a variety of sports, like I wasn't settled with one sport. It really helped me build confidence. From there, I just kept growing and growing so much.
When they told me he has Down syndrome, I didn't know what that was. So I read a lot about it, and all the books told me that he was going to die young, and so it was very depressing. We were looking at what was wrong with him rather than what was right. At the time, that was 36 years ago. There weren't many support systems, and truly, Special Olympics changed our view of that.
Me being a global messenger, just to get to know what's possible for people with disabilities. And we want to make sure that people know that we are here for a reason.
My name is David Egan, and I want to tell you about my career and what it means to me. I have been an employee of Booz Allen Hamilton for 15 years. Employment of people with intellectual disabilities is a smart business decision and a social responsibility.
He's very determined about the message he wants to get across. When we go places, David telling people his story, how he grew up and how he overcame obstacles and how he is now able to work and be independent and self-sufficient. I think many of the mothers come up to me afterwards and say, he gives us hope, he gives us hope. Special Olympics gave him another level of contributions. He has a mission.
I accept my disability for what it is, and not many people do. And I think we should look beyond our disability and look at the heart of the abilities that people with disabilities have.
Good morning. I'm Katie Botts from New Iberia. I'm an educational interpreter for the deaf and also a Special Olympics coach for Unified Partners and Athletes in New Iberia. This is Rebecca Russo. She's also an interpreter for the deaf, and she also is a coach alongside of me. I have Cornelius Bush. He's a partner for our program, and Roy is the deaf athlete that plays on our team.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Cornelius Bush. I'm a senior at Nish. I play on my high school football team. I'm a partner for Team Louisiana. I played on unified sports teams for the past 3 years. We call ourselves Southern Destruction. We play basketball, flag football, and softball. In May of this year, I traveled to Hammond for the State Summer Games as a partner and participated in the state's first unified track and field relay team.
Hi, my name is Roy Maynard. I am a senior at New Iberia Senior High. I play on the high school football team, and I am an athlete for Special Olympics. I started track and field when I was in the 3rd grade. I have participated in Special Olympics for 9 years. My sports consist of track and field, basketball, and softball, and flag football. I have played on the unified sports team, Southern Destruction, for the last 4 years in New Iberia. So now they're both going to tell you why high school football and unified sports is different.
You ask yourselves, what is unified sports? High school and versus unified team. On my high school team, we are known as being a team. We have levels as part of a team. You move up through the years. as you play. This year I play varsity. My play time has increased, and I'm now a starter for my school. My friend and teammate Roy is a unique athlete with great athletic talents, but does not get to play much because of the communication barriers. He really only gets to play if we are blowing a team out or if we're winning. Everyone thinks he can't and won't understand the plays or what's happening in the game. But with Unified Sports, he is able to show his unique talents, and we are able to play together. In Unified Sports, we make it happen, and we use Roy's talents to play the sports. The communication barrier is helped by having coaches with the ability to sign language help us learn to communicate with Roy. Interpreters are not allowed on the field. We've created special signals for Roy. I am sure many of you are wondering how we communicate. We have plays that identifies each of the unique in a way. Roy is our friend and a teammate on and off the field. We have fun during the games, at school, after school, and even on social networks.
How has Unified Sports changed the way you feel about sports? This program has given me so many opportunities. Unified Sports is a team effort, and we will still play very competitive. Unified Sports put me as the important person in the game. I'm able to play at all times, no matter what the score or my disability. I'm able to play with my same teammates that play on my high school team. I feel like I belong and I'm needed. I'm able to show my skills of how athletic I really am, even though I have a disability. The coaches and my Unified teammates know how good I really am and believe in me. I am an athlete. They are my friends.
Unified Sports has helped me understand that no matter what kind of athlete you are, there are other resources to show your skills in the same competitive way as a high school team. It has given me more meaning on why I enjoy being on a team and playing sports. Unified Sports has given me the opportunity to make new friends and play the sports I love and enjoy with more teams. I am able to play the game competitive way as I do in a regular sport, but I get to do it with the enjoyment of helping others show their athletic abilities. We would greatly appreciate your support for Team Louisiana, who has incredible passion to win gold at nationals. Please take the opportunity afterwards to meet our team members and ask them about their accomplishments and goals. To family, friends, and coaches who have dedicated their time and support, we are forever grateful. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Charles Trent, and I'm currently the Vice Chairman of the Louisiana Special Olympics State Board. I have a lot of friends in the room who ask me often why I have such a passion for Special Olympics. And I'd like to introduce my beautiful granddaughter, Mary, and her classmates from St. Thomas More. Again, those friends that know me realize when I do have a passion for a cause, I do not hesitate to ask for their support. So welcome. Today, you've heard the full Special Olympics Louisiana story and met some wonderful people. And it's my privilege to ask you to make a financial investment to support our day-to-day operations. This is not just an investment in Special Olympics Louisiana. It truly is an investment in our own futures. And I believe that it is one of the most important investments that any of us can make. To build a stronger foundation for expanding our programs and to provide a stable future for Special Olympics, today we are launching a brand new partnership in the Champions Together Society. If you have been inspired by what you have seen today, I ask you to consider joining me this morning as a founding member of our society. And I'm very, very excited to announce that my good friend Mike Michaud has recruited a team of dedicated supporters, and they've made a generous leadership gift of $25,000 to get us started. Now I'd like to ask the table captains to pass out the pledge cards that you have on your tables. And I'm going to spend a very few minutes going through your pledge card. The main thing I want everyone to realize, we have a place for everyone to accept your love and support for our organization. Starting at the top of the card, the Champions Together pledge level names are meant to give you a sense of what your contribution will go toward the unrestricted operating funds of our Special Olympics organization. The very first giving level, Building Hope, is a pledge of $1,000 each year for 5 years, which is approximately $83 a month. Your gift would let us provide advancement opportunities for our athletes for the next 5 years. The next giving level, our empowerment level, is a pledge of $5,000 for a year for 5 years. You would allow us to build interactive technology to allow better communication among athletes, allowing them to strengthen their bonds of friendship and remain connected to promote our healthy lifestyles into future years. And the last level at the top is transforming our community. And we do have donors at this level. The pledge is $10,000 a year for 5 years. We would be able to transform our community by building relationships with schools, teaching young people without disabilities tolerance, acceptance, and respect of students with disabilities. We could form unified sports teams, allowing our young people to feel proud in breaking down barriers for persons with disabilities throughout our area. If you are joining me today as a founding member of Champions Together Society, I offer you my very deep personal thanks for your generous support. Although I started by introducing the Champions Together Society, as I said earlier, there's a place for everyone on this card. Please take your time and fill out the card at some level. We know and respect that you may prefer to give it a different level, and so we provide the next line for you. On this line, please tell us how much you would like to give and for how many years. We truly appreciate whatever level of support you can provide, and we ask that you make the first payment, if possible, today, but that's not necessary. Just fill out your card, please. Perhaps you would like to consider a gift of stock or something else, or you may simply have great ideals for us. We want your love and support, like I said, in all areas. If so, please check the next box, and the one that says, please contact me, I have thoughts to share. We're very serious about that. As you are filling out your card, please know that whatever you gave, including the gift of your time, we sincerely appreciate it on behalf of the athletes we serve. And when you're finished with your card, please give it back to your table captain. They will be responsible for turning these cards in. And at this time, I'm going to turn the program back over to Gail Oray to wrap things up.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you so much for your attention. Before you leave, we want to invite each and every one of you to attend the State Fall Classics, which is held in Karen Crow at Pelican Park, October the 18th through the 20th. We need fans in the stands to cheer on our athletes. A flyer will be handed out to you on your way out, which can give you more detail. Have a great day, and thank you for participating today.